Hey gamers, so I'm making this video because I really don't believe everyone understands the automation for spellcasting. And just know this is for spellcasting. That's under actions, not abilities and traits and gear and stuff that you put under the action tab. Excuse me, this is strictly for spells. It's coded for spells. Okay, so all spell automation in most cases is taken care of. Okay, you don't have to add extra dice for cantrips for based on your tier level. It will automatically do it. Such as if I roll this dice, this guy's a level 5 wizard, so if I roll this, it's gonna roll 2 dice. Even though there's only 1 dice there, it's gonna roll 2 dice. Okay, Toll the Dead. If you have 2 dice down here, you should remove the D12. Toll the Dead is going to do the same thing. It's going to roll. Um, it's going to roll 2 dice, and it's going to detect whether he is wounded or not. So if I don't think this, yeah, see that? And not only did it not roll the D8, it detected that the goblin was wounded, and it rolled the 2D12. So you don't have to change anything here. Just drag it here. Only thing is, for Toll the Dead, you have to remove one of the D12, so you'll get 2 pop-ups. There was a reason why I didn't code it to ignore it, but I can't remember what that was. But I think that might have been a reason why. All right, so yeah, stuff like True Strike, Soleil, Booming Blade, um, Green Flame Blade, those have different rules. So anything that has different rules, and what's the other one? That's Eldritch Blast. They don't follow the upcast, so they are opted out of the list. So you don't have to worry about it. So you can use those as normal, but just know that you do not have to change the dice um, based on your tier level. And if you use the Toll the Dead, you do not have to worry about whether he or she is wounded or not. It would see that and it'll roll the proper dice. So, so I know some people are seasoned veterans. They can click, 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 no problem. That's just what they can do. They're fast, but not everybody has that. And I think even with all their clicking, this is probably still faster, but you have the option. So if you want to come here and do Ray of Frost, you want to roll the hit, okay, and roll the damage and then drop the effect on it, then yep, you can do that. I will ask you not to because we played. Everybody's, this is, everybody's taking time out of their life to play this, and I want to speed up gameplay as fast as possible. I mean, I'm not saying it's mandatory that you do, but I would appreciate it if you would because every little second matters, especially when we get these long combats, especially if something happens and you're like, I can't click this, or I can't open my character sheet, or whatever. Anything could happen. But it's so much simpler if you use power buttons here and just hit that, and that's it. You're done. At this point, you're done. Everything else has been taken care and it's been automated. Okay, so that's for just about any of the spells. Let's see. Chill touch, same deal. You just roll, does everything, and then it applies unhealable. Okay, so that was it. You just made one little click and you were done. Let's see some other. Um, let me show you Boom and Blade. So normally in Boom and Blade, we all know how Boom and Blade works. Okay, you go, you click. So there's nothing. I mean, we go here. I'm gonna go ahead and add the effect. Then I go here, roll the damage, and that's Boom and Blade, right? All right. But the other little thing is when the target moves. Okay. So once I move this target, I have to let you know that he's moving, and then you go to your character sheet, you find Boom and Blade, and then you drop the damage on it. You target him or drop the damage on him, how you do it. But guess what? You do not have to do that. As soon as he moves, it's going to damage him automatically. See that? So we have automation for that. So if you put Boom and Blade on someone and they move, it rolls automatically. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it, and then it drops off. Okay, Another one. Let's look at let's look at spike growth. So same thing for spike growth. So there's an effect for spike growth. So if this target moves, this is going to pop up, and it's going to ask me how many spaces he moved. So if he moves 3 spaces, I would type 3 in here and hit use, and it'll roll the button. So now I don't have to tell you how many spaces he used. You don't have to go and find it on your sheet and target or do anything. It's all can be taken care of from my end here. So if I move him again, and let's just say I moved him out of the spike growth. Okay, and there was 5 spaces for him to move out of the spike growth. So the difference is this one is going to remove the effect. So this one leaves it on there in case he's still in the spike growth. And this could be for any other spell that kind of does that. but but that's just this special coding here. So I'll hit this. It'll roll the damage the target, and then it drops the effect off. So now I don't have to. If you put spike growth down, I don't have. I can just you put the effect on them, and all I got to do is move the target and type in how many spaces he moved. So that's 2 codings that triggers this. Okay, so there is DMG MX. The X stands for space moved. Now up here for Boom and Blade, oops, it's DMGM, which the M stands for move. Okay, so that means as soon as this target move, drop this damage on them. Okay, and this you can code this for any type of damage save, anything you want. This could work for any other ability that could be movement related or whatever. All right, so that's how that will work. Let's see, is there anything else? Healing, it's good. So, oh, upcast. So if you want to do any upcasting, whatever level you're upcasting to or spell slot you're going to use. So if you're going to use a fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth, that's what you type in the upcast. So if I'm going to use a fifth level slot here, I'll put 5 there, and then where is healing word? Just there, right here. So go ahead. Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna heal the goblin. That's fine. All right, and that should not have did that. Oh, my bad. I didn't hit the use power. So use power triggers this. Okay, so if you just click this, it's just gonna roll. So make sure you click the use power button. So if I click that, now it rolls the button. So this is all based on the use power button. If you use over here, then you opt in out of not using any of the automation in most cases. Okay, so same thing for cure wounds. Dang, cure where's cure? I thought I dropped cure wounds on there. Healing word. Thought I dropped cure or cure. I thought I dropped cure wounds. But anyway, so any of the healing. So if I want to upcast this to 9th level, and I want to healing word, use a 9th level slot. Okay, and roll appropriate dice. Okay, so this is how upcast works. So whatever level that you put in here, and I think it shouldn't work for magic missile. Let's find out. Oops. Here, I think it doesn't work for magic missile. Let's find out. Yeah, yeah. Magic missile is definitely opt out of that. Okay, because it's not upcastable. Let's say level 6. 6 lightning bolts. Okay, you see it, and it rolls the dice automatically. All right, and then okay, rolled 11 dice. So I upcast it 6 levels. So so the use power button triggers all the automation. If you don't want to use the automation, then you can stay over here. But like I said, you'll be just click, 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 and then click, and then click, and all the stuff. Now, some things like Ice Knife, I don't know if Ice Knife is upcastable or something. Um, I guess it's 2 damage types. I guess this. Oh yeah, so you do this, and I guess that's what um, he would take, and then everybody that's around him, you know, and I don't know if they get it automatically. Then you just do that. But some things you won't use You won't. Now I'm thinking about doing some automation for Ice Knife and for things that bounces to different targets. I haven't gotten there yet. But my main thing is, guys, all you gotta do is click this, and it does everything. Chromatic orb, you click this. Now, it's a chromatic orb. So source, I'm working on doing chromatic orb to get it to, if it rolls double the dice, to to do what its special little thing that supposed to does, like sorcerer burst does do it. If for some reason I doubt I roll an eight, but if I was to roll an eight, then it would prompt me that, hey, you rolled an eight. Do you want to add additional eight to the damage? So that definitely does work. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I can go ahead and tell it force it to roll an eight. Oh, there's an eight. Okay, there we go. And then actually, do you want to burst? So let me clear this out so you can see it actually going to work. So he has no damage. So I'm gonna say yes. Let's go ahead and roll another dice. So if I was to roll another eight, okay, you can see it added the damage there. So so there's no need to have to click this. You just click all this. It'll just one roll and you're done. All right. I know some people was asking about the weapon one. There is an extension that does that, but I'm not sure because sometimes, man, you don't want to just automate your damage. Not sure how it works, but I'm not sure if I want to automate my rolls because sometimes when you roll in damage, you want to add to it, you want to do something, unless you pre-configure it with the expect that you're going to do it. But I don't know. But I'll look into that maybe. But anyway, but this is for spells. So basically, it's the fully automated for spells. So I think I explained. Oh, one thing I didn't explain the stuff. I didn't explain absorb elements, hellish rebuke, and shield. So let me show you that next. So all right. So for shield, let's go ahead and try to hit shield. If you have the shield spell, and do I have target it? So let's roll. Shield will pop up and ask you, do you want to use the shield? Let's see if I can get a nice little. Usually I get something. Come on. There we go. Oh, AC is 10. Oh, so on this video, usually I get something in one or two rolls. Oh my gosh, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Only because I was doing a video. All right, so this will ask me, do I want to use my shield? So I can go ahead and still roll damage by mistake because I can be fast. You can see it did not add it, so it's waiting. So if I say ignore, okay, it's going to apply the damage. Okay, and you can see it did apply the damage. Okay, but then I have Hellish Rebuke, so you'll get to see how Hellish Rebuke works. So if I use my Hellish Rebuke, all right, rolls a save, he failed. Since I want to apply the damage, and I go ahead and apply the damage for Hellish Rebuke. All right, if I was to take, I use my reactions, so let me go back. So if I was to take elemental damage, okay, then absorb elements is going to pop up, and we'll take the damage out, and then we'll say here absorb elements. So I should take half the damage. And you see that I took half the damage. So that's the automation for that. All right. So move the damage, and let's just say, okay, let me just cycle back through again. And same deal. If I was to drop, cold, it's fire. I'll put something cold in. Oh, here, cold or cold. That's right. That work if I drop it on a character sheet? Oh, me darn, it did work. I can drop it on a character sheet. Didn't realize that. All right, so, and if I sword, let's just say 32, and let's just say if I ignore it, of course, Hellish Rebuke come up, and then I took the 32, and then I can still do my Hellish Rebuke if I want to. Okay. All right. So that is that. Now the other thing, I think that's so I showed you all that. So I showed you shield. I showed you how absorb balance will work, hellish rebuke, how to do upcasting. Those that want to know about the warlocks, yes, warlocks automatically upcast. So you can see I'm a fourth, I got upcast at my fourth level. So if I use Fireball, I should get one extra dice. So I should get one extra dice. So let's do Fireball. Okay, and it rolls the dice. It automatically, okay, see, I got one extra dice. I think Scorching Ray is their outcast is different. Let's see, anything else? Burning Hands is a good one. Let's see, fourth. So Burning Hands is the first, so I should get three extra dice. So is it, I guess? Okay, yep, it's normally three dice plus three extra dice. So for the Warlock, to detect my Warlock level, would I cast that? So this definitely works for Warlocks. Um, and let's see. All right, so we can see that the upcast worked for that. Um, I'm gonna transfer the hex coding that I used to this extension because hex is a spell, so anything spell related should be in this extension. So I'll be transferring the hex coding to this extension. What else? I think I showed everything. Upcast and everything. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that so you can see. I know people didn't understand what the use power, but yeah, if you like I said, these is just one click and done. You don't have to worry about applying effects. You don't have to worry about upcasting, rolling damage, or anything like that. If you want upcast, you just put the casting level here and then just click the this. Yeah, remember the upcast only works when you use the use power. Doesn't work if you use anything over here. All right, so that should be it of this video. I think I explained everything. And happy gaming, guys. Thanks. Bye.